All right, guys, let's get into it. So, for your Oracle deck, Spirit, which Oracle deck for the Aquarius for this week? Which Oracle deck for the Aquarius this week? Which Oracle deck for the Aquarius for this week? Okay, Aquarius, it looks like they want us to use the astrology deck for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the Divine and Oracle. And we're going to set this aside. Which tarot deck should we use, Spirit? Which tarot deck for the Aquarius collective should we choose? And I do have 3 decks here. All right, Spirit, which tarot deck should we use today for the Aquarius reading? Which tarot deck do you want us to use today for the Aquarius reading? It's about right there in the middle, but it is definitely over here more so towards this deck. So we're going to go ahead and use this deck here. And if we need to clarify, we'll use this one because it kind of was in the middle. So it looked like Spirit said either one. All right, guys, let's get into it. For the Aquarius collective, what do they need to know in terms of love and life for March 26th through the 31st? And I'm cutting it off at the 31st only because I have something special planned for you guys for April 1st. No, it's not April Fool's Day jokes. All right, for the Aquarius collective, what do they need to know? What do they need to know? What do they need to know for March? Thank you, Spirit. Take that as recent past. Let's get a present card here. What do they need to know from March 26th to March 31st? Thank you, Spirit. For the Aquarius collective, can we get a future? What's coming up in the near future here in regards to this situation from March 26th to the 31st? What do they need to know? Thank you. Spirit is on board with us today here. All right. In the subconscious thoughts, what's going on in their mind in regards to this situation? What are they thinking? For the Aquarius collective for March 26th to the 31st. What are they thinking? Oh, we got 2 cards for that. Okay. Spirit wants 2 cards for what's on their mind about it. And final outcome for the Aquarius collective. So they need to know in regards to this situation. For the final outcome, what is fated for this situation? What is fated? What is the final outcome for this situation for the Aquarius collective, March 26th to the 31st? March 26th to the 31st. I'm still not jumping yet. What does the Aquarius collective need to know? What is fated for this situation? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see what is coming. So in the recent past, we have the Fool card. All right, the Fool card. So definitely looked like something was not planned. Okay, you see they did not plan very well for this. Whatever happened in the recent past was not well thought out, was not well planned. He's walking around the airport here with one shoe off, one shoe on. Stuff's falling out everywhere. His jeans are ripped. You see he's going this way because the arrow says this way. So it looks like he's headed in a different direction. And things are about to take off, or things are taking off, okay? So that's recent past. So I definitely feel an energy of, could have been travel. It could have also been just trying to start over, but maybe not being prepared for that restart. I'm going to lay this like this for your 2 cards of what's going on in your mind about it. And then that's your final outcome there. So in the present moment, I'm seeing like you've got offers on both ends, or you have a choice on both sides of the fence here. Okay, there could be 2 people involved, 2 people trying to offer you something. There could also be, you know, you might have a choice to make, or Spirit may be saying that, like, though you're kind of stuck in the middle here, you may need to be a little more flexible. I'm almost seeing her like, yeah, she's excited, she's happy, but she's also kind of rigid here. She's not looking at either one of these people. Someone here is trying to offer marriage, someone here is trying to offer flowers. I mean, it could go either way. Maybe you were unprepared for this. Maybe you were unprepared for this. I'm really feeling like it's kind of off balance, and the Spirit is saying you need to bring things into balance. Whether you are stuck in between 2 individuals, 2 decisions, 2 ideas. I'm seeing that you're, you know, recently in the past, you were not prepared for this. This is not what you expected. You did not expect to have to go through this. I'm definitely seeing like old and new, you know? Are you going to make a choice here between old and new? Do you want to do things the old way or the new way? Do you want to stay stuck in the middle of this, old and the new? It's like Spirit is saying it's time to make that decision between old and new. Do you want to stay with this old frame of mind? Do you want to, maybe you're with an older person and there's a younger person as well? Both ways of thinking. I'm picking up, see, now I also do medium work, so it's more so like I'll use the cards, but I also get my own reading here from my mind. I'm picking up that it's about certain thoughts or decisions or ways of thinking is what I believe it to be. And Spirit is saying, no, neither way is wrong. Okay, neither way is necessarily wrong. But you have to kind of pick something and stick with it. Otherwise, you're going to get caught up in the middle of something that you don't want to be caught up in the middle of. It's asking you to choose which way do you want to go with this, you know? Do you want to be more of a flexible person? Do you want to be someone that's flexible? Or do you want to be someone that's rigid and stuck in an old way of thinking? Do you want to think with a new age sort of approach? Or do you want to go back and think with a more traditional approach? Like, it's kind of up to you. But I don't think that it's a good idea to intermix these. I mean, maybe it is, but can you really come up with an equal balance here with that? I feel like there's 2 people in this situation that one of them thinks very traditionally and the other person thinks more so with a new state of mind, a new way of thinking. Or maybe they're part of like a new age type thing. Someone could have been brought up differently than you and they just have different values. But the Spirit is saying neither way is wrong. You just need to find a way to blend those thoughts and ideas. You have to find a way to blend them together. And it definitely will make you much happier when you do. Because I feel like that's what the issue is in this If it's in regards to a relationship, I feel like that's the issue. I feel like one person thinks one way about things and the other person is constantly thinking, you know, in a newer way of thinking. It's kind of hard to explain. But that's what I'm seeing. I feel like someone's kind of set in their way and someone else is very flexible and easygoing about things. And you just have to find a way to bring that together or this won't work. Now, upcoming in the future, here's the Three of Swords. It's kind of, you know, you got 3 shots here at this. Maybe like a third time's a charm type thing. I'm almost hearing 3 strikes and you're out. So maybe someone here in this situation is thinking about leaving if things don't get better. I mean, you have 3 times. See, it's 3 shots here. And no one's made a bullseye on this yet. Okay, so you guys are still working at it. This is like the 3rd time this has happened. And you still haven't made that bullseye. So it's like Spirit is saying, in the near future, if things don't change, it's going to be 3 strikes you're out. And that could be for either individual involved in this. And they're close, you know, close but no cigar type thing. They're very close. I'm also seeing like, take your best shot at this. Put more effort into this. If this is something that you love, you need to think of the best way to go. You need to think of the best way to focus your energy here, Aquarius. Make that bullseye this time around, because you might not get another chance. That's what I'm hearing. Make this bullseye this time around, because you may not get another chance. This is the last try. It's the last try here. You need to find a way to blend this together, or it's not going to work. I feel like it's 2 different people that have 2 completely different ways of thinking. That's what it is, because there's a lot of swords here. A lot of swords. A lot of thinking, a lot of swords. Now, what's on your mind in regards to this, Aquarius? I am seeing, you know, 1 minute, if this is 2 people here, you could be dealing with another Aquarius or another air sign. But I'm feeling like someone's a runner, someone's a chaser. Okay, or someone could also be thinking about taking off from this. Maybe they're feeling under attack a lot. Maybe one person in the relationship is constantly, could be attacking the other person, or the other person feels as though they're being, you know, attacked. And their first instinct is to run, okay? And then the other person, there's love here. This could be about a third party. This could be someone thinking that there's someone else here in the picture. Or maybe they're thinking of running towards a third party instead of staying in this situation. This could also be someone just wanting to celebrate with you. Someone just wanting to love. This also is reconciliation. So I'm seeing like 1 minute you're feeling like you want to run, and then the other minute you feel like you want to reconcile the issue. Definitely feeling that energy. Like you definitely want to come back together, you know, and be happy and celebrate each other and celebrate your love for each other. For some of you, this definitely is speaking of some type of love triangle. There definitely could be a third party involved in this. I don't like saying that because I feel like it's so played out. All these readers talk about is third party this, third party that, third party this, third party that. However, I am seeing 2 different people here offering something. And I do like to look at the rest of the cards before I determine third party. There's a lot of 3s here. There's a lot of 3s. And it could just be the thought of a third party. Maybe someone here is thinking that there's someone else involved. And there's really not. But then again, when you take a look at the final outcome here, there's 2 women and a man, you know? Like, I think you got some decisions to make here, Aquarius. I'm feeling like it could be other influences surrounding this situation. Like I said, I don't want to be a cliche tarot reader here, and tell you there's a third party. However, the way I'm looking at it, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Is there a third party here? Or is this just a very powerful relationship, and maybe the whole relationship is bipolar? I also feel for some of you that if there is a third party involved, the person who is the one that created this third party situation, I'm feeling like he's ready to run from both. Like, maybe they realize what they've done by creating this. Like, it's getting to be too much to handle. I mean, when you could just have one person, you've got 2. That means 2 attitudes, 2 arguments. You got double the problem. So why would you want to be in a third party situation? Like I said, Aquarius, I really hope that that's not it. I really hope that's not it for you. But there is a lot of 3s here. As your final outcome, I'm picking up, there's money involved here. There's a lot of money and a lot of benefit involved here when it comes to these 3. It also could be just celebrating that everything is going as planned now. Everything's going to coming together, celebration. Things are growing, things are building. You know, what you've built is finally bringing results. You see these buildings in the back here? The buildings are finally being erected. They're finally going up, okay? The foundation was built and it's finally building. And now you're starting to see results. So I do think that could be what it is. I don't necessarily want to say that for everyone it's a third party, because it really could not be. Also, what could be happening here is that in this relationship, someone's comparing someone to someone else they had been with in the past. If that's the case, you need to stop. Because I feel like you're threatened by certain actions or words of this person. And it's making you think back to a past relationship and how that went. You can't do that. Okay, don't compare any relationship you're in to another relationship. That's where things are going to fall apart. Because no situation is the exact same. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what your oracle cards say. All right, Aquarius. There's light at the end of the tunnel here. You guys, I just feel like you have to bring this energy together and learn how to blend it. Learn how to blend both of your views, okay? Learn how to blend them together. Learn how to listen to each other. Learn how to see each other's perspectives, because that's where the problem is lying right now. That's where it's lying. All right, Spirit. What does the Aquarius Collective need to see here in regards to this situation? What advice do you have for them? What advice can you show the Aquarius Collective? Give me 3 cards, please. What advice can you show the Aquarius Collective? Okay, we have House 7, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. So maybe Spirit is saying, you know, you need to bring a little more romance and intimacy into this relationship. Less arguing, more loving. That's definitely what I'm picking up from Spirit in regards to this. Can I get 2 more cards here for the Aquarius collective? We have Earth, persistence, patience, and practicality. So in order to fix this issue, you need to stay persistent with it. You need to stay patient with each other. And you need to both think practically, okay? I feel like someone in this relationship is thinking impractical sometimes. Like thinking maybe they have certain expectations of someone that's just not in that person's ability. Or maybe they set their expectations too high. I'm also seeing someone here could have Virgo, Scorpio energy in here, or Capricorn. As far as your North Node, there's an Earth sign here. Something to do with, you know, an Earth energy, but I believe that's in your chart. I don't think that is another person. And then we have Leo, self-confident, loyalty, and creativity. So someone here, Spirit is saying there is a Leo in this situation. Maybe someone has Leo in their chart. They could have Leo in their moon sign or their rising sign, Aquarius, because Leo is the opposite. So I feel like this is your hot-headed side. For those of you who have, you know, who have Aquarius sun with a Leo rising or Leo moon, this is your hot-headed side, okay? Your self-confidence is very high, or for some of you, maybe you need to build your self-confidence up. Some of you also need to be that loyal Leo that you are, because there is, you know, like I said, you're Aquarius, but you have Leo somewhere in your chart, or your person does. Loyalty. Someone here either needs to practice better loyalty to this situation or relationship, or the other person needs to realize that this person is loyal, and that will alleviate a lot of argument. Also, Spirit is saying get into your creative side when it comes to this relationship. I feel like it's lacking in that area. You both need to be creative and coming up with establishing your foundation. All it is a strong foundation needs to be built. But I feel like you guys have issues with it because you don't know. I feel like one of you wants to always be the right one. The other wants to be the right one all the time, but you both think very differently when it comes to values and certain things that are important and what's not important. So you just need to come together on that and really make a solid foundation on it. Like you really need to, each of you take one thing from the other person and build the foundation that way, okay? Not just one person and their thoughts. If this is about a third party, I have a feeling here that sooner or later things are going to come out about it. I do see that here. I do see that here. It's either that or somebody's going to become very, like, I want to say, somebody's going to be a scaredy cat and not want to own up to any of it. And they're going to run from both parties because they're weak. And usually that's what it is. When you have someone that has third parties and puts people in third party situations, they're the weaker minded individual. I mean, that's low vibrational to be cheating on someone or to be playing with anyone else's emotionals. It's low vibrational. So you shouldn't want to be with anyone like that. And, you know, that really means you need to work on yourself. If you feel the need to have two different people in your life, you need to work on yourself. There's issues. So I hope that's not the case, Aquarius. I really do. I'm more so feeling like if this is a relationship, that this could be due to outside influences as well. I feel like someone else could be influencing things in a negative light when it comes to your relationship. Really try and build that intimacy and romance again. I really feel like it needs it. Make it materialized, okay? Both of you could have Leo in your charts. That's it. That's it for your reading for this week, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, just drop them in the comment section. I do read them. Also, just so you know, this is a newer channel. I'm not a new reader, and I don't get into long, drawn-out readings. I can cut straight to the point for y'all, okay? Read everything you need to know in my description box. Please like, subscribe, and share. And also keep an eye, be sure to cross-watch, you know, other reads that I do, because if you have it in your chart, it definitely can make more sense for you. All right, guys, thanks for watching.